Blue Lives Matter still down here at Rosillo and San Jacinto. Got a homicide officer down here now. Another vehicle down here. Looks like supervisor. He's got on 2 stripes, so it looks like he's a supervisor. But anyway, there are children in this other vehicle. That's why I'm standing where I am instead of up closer. I mean, they're already having enough situation in their life. Me being closer and making them uncomfortable by filming, I could get a better shot, but I don't need it for my story. That's not what my story's about. I already posted part of this out here. I'll move back around where I was earlier. But again, I moved over there to keep the children out of my video. So again, from this angle, I can keep the children off the camera. And again, that's why I come over here. This is about filming our servants, not the family, victims, or suspects. Here comes another officer again. And again, the children are walking around out here. So again, that's why I'm cautious about where I'm filming. Again, you don't have to, but again, being respectful goes a long way. Think about it like this. If they were your children, would you want them being filmed? You know, of course, if I see officers going hands-on with them, I'm going to film that, but doesn't look like that's even a remote possibility from the level of calmness from the officers out here. They've been calm and relaxed ever since I got here. I believe they have one in custody already. Not exactly sure what else is going on here, but it's not looking good. I'm going to pause real quick. So the pause there was to get my camera around this side. That's a homicide officer over there. He's going to speak with her. I paused my camera so that I could avoid getting the children on the camera. I may be wrong. She may be with another department now, but last time I was on the scene, she was a homicide officer. And again, just because she's with homicide doesn't mean that's the only thing that she's doing. She could be down here for lots of other reasons too. Initially, I suspected when the car pulled up that they're just waiting to give someone transport for the children out of here. But so, folks, this has escalated to being a 6-city vehicle situation. You got 5 marked cars, including a supervisor, and then you have the homicide detective over there. So again, when I say I see a cop, I film a cop, and I'm respectful and try to be, you know, you never know what you're stepping into, and that's why I'm always cautious when I step up on a scene. The way they had their vehicles all facing, I did not know if they blocked off an area, so I was cautious, and then I asked if I could cross that street. I didn't want to walk down this way because the children were on this side, but I wanted to get to an area where I could film without having to worry about editing later. As a general rule, I try to keep children out of my videos. If I have to leave them in there to make it part of my story, I'm going to do that. The kids let their dog out of the car, so the lady was coming back with... She's a little bit stressed. She's like, hey, that's my dog. And she was talking to the homicide detective, who's now going to speak with someone who's in custody. And so now the homicide detective is speaking with a person in custody. After she got other statements, so, you know. And again, when I said initially the way that the cars were pulled up, blocking the vehicle going this way. That's what, you know, led me to that. Now, here's the good news. He's getting out of the car. So that's a good thing there. I'm going to keep my camera off of him right now. But don't have to, but I mean, it's a respect thing. He covered up his face, so that's good. And hopefully he'll be out of here soon. And like I said, hopefully this is all good and he'll be out of here soon and we can clear the scene too. Again, always a good sign when they take them out of the car and they're no longer in cuffs. So, you know, just got to deal with what you got to deal with. So, one supervisor left. Now you got another female who came over here. This officer's getting out of his vehicle now as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vehicles here still. Like I said, the one supervisor left. Now you have this other person showing up. And again, for me, this is a difficult situation because regardless, there are minor children on the site, and so being respectful to keep them off the camera so I don't have to edit later. Again, people remember there is no expectation of privacy in public, but just because you can film does not mean you have to. You know, like I say, respect goes a long way. For me, this is my community. I wouldn't want someone filming my children unless the police were beating on them. Again, that's just me. I would also tell my children that they shouldn't be having any contact with the police. And if they are, they should be worried about that instead of someone filming on the side of the street. But again, I try to live by the golden rule. I try to treat others the way I would like to be treated. I try to treat everyone with respect. You know, and if someone disrespects me, I generally still try to be respectful, you know, and then I'll get more assertive about my rights. And if it crosses into a level of disrespect back, then, you know, at that point, I do not feel bad about it. And that's why so many times you see me verbally abusing police officers, because they know what they're doing. They know it. And they know they're wrong. When they do it, absolutely have no problem with being nasty back with them. Because when a police officer tells you to do something that they had no business telling you to do, for example, turn your camera that way. Oh, you can't stand on this sidewalk. You can't stand here. You can't be there. They're infringing on your rights. And they're threatening you with the threat of arrest or bodily harm, beating you up, tasing you, handcuffing you. And folks, if you've never been handcuffed, let me tell you something. Some people call them torture cuffs. You can be restrained and detained, and it can be done in a way that is not abusive. And you can also be very abusive with cuffs, simply by torquing a person's wrists, doing all kinds of things that is never going to be seen. You know, so when people go, oh, what do you mean risking bodily harm? When police tell you things, oh, I just detained him. I detained him and put him in cuffs. They do that crap, and those are the types of officers that will violate your rights. Those are the types of officers that will intentionally hurt you to prove a point. And those are the officers that you need to call pigs on the street. Again, I've not witnessed any inappropriate activity out here by the police. You'll see where I'm standing. I've got it to where I can focus back over that way because I got to where I can get one of the larger officers blocking off the edge of the door where the child was. One of the children. There's at least 2 children and a dog in the car. So I'm going to pause this again. So I quickly flashed that on. He's going to get back towards where the children are. Hopefully he'll give one of them a hug at least, and I don't need that on camera. I need it for my soul, not for my camera. But hopefully he'll be out of here. But again, the only reason I'm not filming back any further in that direction is because the children are right past the edge of my camera right now. And again, being respectful is something that I encourage others to do if you can, you know, and it doesn't interfere with your story. There's no reason not to. So. Yeah, it's on the back of her jacket, homicide. That's who I thought that was. Again, that doesn't mean that's what she's working on, but I was pretty sure she's a homicide officer. Okay, we're going to pause my camera.